welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who just stole a jacket off of a scarecrow. It's Joe B.
Yes, what's up, man?
I saw your number one of 2021, Spencer.
Spencer, baby.
That movie features the best soup eating since Billy Madison.
Yes. Eat your soup, Billy. No, dude, that movie blew me away, dude, because it surprised me and it kind of like cast a spell on me.
Oh,
You know how it's very spellbinding, and the beauty of it, like, for one, it was robbed of cinematography and score, I think. Yeah, like, I didn't expect much. All right, I'm going to get through this because it's like the Princess Diana biopic. It's been talked about forever. And I was just mesmerized like the entire time. And like, it's funny when I look back because I'm like, it might not be my favorite movie, but like, I'm not letting go of it at number one because it was like my most like magical experience. But also I feel like no one else has it at one. And it's just such a beauty. And then like, I love that ending of them in the car because it like brings in like, it has this like such serious dark tone. And then like, I like a complete movie. So it brings in this like fun thing. I was listening to that song all like for weeks after, but yeah, like I just thought it was just the most beautiful like thing I ever seen. And then like the other thing is like it didn't resemble. I don't really seek out biopics. You know, I think Tick Tick Boom's probably the best like traditional biopic of the year, even though it's not that traditional being a musical. Spencer was just everything but it. Like I went in knowing nothing about Princess Diana and I left like knowing nothing about her. But I like felt like I knew her, like the essence of her. Like I spent 3 days with her and the shit was just intimate, bro.
That should have been on the DVD cover. That makes a lot of sense. You know nothing about her, but you know her because you spend that time with her.
It's like the essence of her. And the fact that it doesn't just like take her Wikipedia and just like act it out on screen. Like it's literally just this depth of it. And it says it before, like, you know, the true tragedy of like events, whatever could happen. I forgot the opening line that they put in the theater, but in the movie, but I'm like, based on a true something, you know,
fable.
what I'm talking
Isn't
about?
it like a fable? Didn't they use the word fable?
Yeah, something like that. And dude, and I just love that direction they took. So it just surprised like the heck out of me. Like the most beautiful movie, and like I'm a sucker for a beautiful movie. Like, because you're watching it at the end of the day, you want it to be like great and feel something at the same time. And like everything from like the production, costume, hair, makeup, cinematography right off the bat was amazing. But like Kristen Stewart as Princess Di, even like gorgeous, like
magnetic.
It was incredible. Even so like I said, it really cast a spell on me. And that's been my favorite movie. That's what I have at number one as of now.
Now, that's a great point you have. Like you watch a Malick film, like A Tree of Life or A New World, and those get they're spellbinding. And I remember watching Spencer, and it was just so magnetic. And I love the handheld camera work by Claire Mathon. Like even the dolly shot of her going to the Scarecrow to get her jacket. Like what a beautiful dolly track. Like they laid like a couple 100 feet of track to put that dolly on, and it's just beautiful. And the way that, you know, just the way they frame it like a psychological thriller too.
Yes.
And the soft lighting, and oh my gosh, yeah, that movie, you're right, it did. I was able to catch a screening for it on the big screen, and it just immerses you into that world. And yeah,
immersive is the thing, and then like it still adds that like those bizarre elements of like the dreams and the dancing, like the soup eating, and all those like weird things. But like, yeah, just it kept surprising me around every corner. Like I was waiting for it to be like a traditional biopic, and it like turned into like this dark, like psychological character study. I'm like, this is amazing. Like not what I expected. And like, to me, I love surprises and I love anything different. To me, different is better. Like if you make a perfect movie, like it's a perfect movie that like I've seen before and you did it perfectly. But if you give me something a little, you know, rough around the edges, but like something I've never seen before, like a Barb and Star or like a Titane or something, it's like, it's better because it's different. You know what I mean? Like when you watch a movie, when I watch a movie, listen to music, when you see art, you know, like a traditional painting, like you want to see something that like you haven't experienced before. Like Absolutely. That's what's cool about watching it. So in that way, I went in for a biopic and that gave me something that like I'd never expected.
It was not walk the line at all.
Yeah. Yes.
And yeah, you're right. Like, those biopics or biopic, they definitely Yeah, I'm not. They're so kind of paint by the numbers. So I love that this director kind of went. I mean, he somewhat did that with Jackie, but he kind of turned it up to 11 here, and so I really dug that movie. But yeah, no, I'm glad I brought that right off the bat because we're talking neon movies, which this makes me so happy that we're doing this because I love neon. Like I'm just like what like I remember. So I used to work in Austin. I have a friend who worked at the Alamo Draft House. And he was like, hey, man, like Tim League, he's not with the company anymore. He's not with Neon anymore.
A cool guy.
But yeah, oh yeah, Dave, yeah, he's on the podcast sometimes. He, let's see, what did he do? He did Sorcerer 1977 with me. That's like one of my favorite movies. So, yeah, he was like, you got to check out this movie Colossal because League started this new thing called Neon. They're going to branch out. And I watched Colossal with Anne Hathaway. And that movie just sort of blew me away. And then I was like, okay, Neon, like I see you. And then 2019 comes around, and 3 of my 4 favorite movies of 2019 were Neon. It was Apollo 11, Parasite, and Portrait of a Lady on Fire. I mean, and then they 2020 was okay for them, but 2021, Worst Person in the World, Petite Maman, Titane, like Flea, like that's a fire year right there.
Incredible.
And I do think too, you did a poll. You kind of did you recommended some movies on Hulu. You had your top 15 list, and a lot of people hadn't watched these neon films yet. So I figured let's get together and let's promote some movies we love.
That was a great idea. Yeah, I was like, we're looking at subjects to kind of talk about, which they're numerous, and you have numerous in your head, but that one just hit. It was like, oh, makes sense. Especially off the great year. We can promote the movies that we were talking about on there anyway. And like you just said, they had an amazing year last few years. So yeah, they've only been around like 4 years or something, huh?
Yeah, just nailing it. It's what a run. And I think people definitely compare them with maybe A24, but for me, I look at IFC, A24, Focus, and Neon. I just love them all. Like they provide such cool content. And I mean, the majority of my favorite films this year came from IFC and Neon. So they've just been lighting it up. So, I mean, listen though, but they're not as do you think A24, right? When you think about A24, people know that brand. People, like they know A24. Yeah. But like when you say Neon, what do you think? Do you think people know?
I don't think people really know. Like, it's actually funny that Neon A24 is like, when you think about it, or like someone asks you what's A24, it's like, oh, it's a studio, it's small studio, independent that makes smaller things. But at the end of the day, like that's really the only studio people knows if they know a studio. Like, I mean, obviously people know like big name studios, but you don't necessarily relate a movie to a studio. You don't say, oh, that's coming out from Universal or that's coming out from Paramount. But like when an A24 movie comes out, that's the only movie you'll actually call by like the studio. Like that's an A24 movie. No one says anything else. So it's funny. It's like low key, like independent-ish, hipsterish, but it's like it's the only studio that's really like a household name at the same time, and that people are like wearing dad hats and t-shirts of also. But it's not that small. I mean, it has the Best Picture winner. As well. So yeah, it's funny, but their content is still what I love about it. It's like movies that a bigger studio wouldn't take on. But the thing that I love about it is like they make it feel big. Like they make those stories feel like, oh, big studio, you fucked up, like not taking this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You should have taken Green Knight,
Yes, exactly.
And then Lowry takes what is essentially a shoestring budget and makes one of the most beautiful movies you've seen in years. And he just nails that. Yeah, I guess they just seem different to me. Like, I don't think I would love to see Neon get A24 big.
Yes,
and I think they're on their way.
Yeah, it's only been a few years, and I think once people like they actually have like they do a really good job on their Instagram.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, like just making it like cool, making their movies look cooler, and I think Instagram's like modern marketing. I think that's a good thing. And, just getting the name out there a lot more because, I mean, the movies, I think, speak for themselves and they're all cool. They're all different. They're what this new, I think, age of movie watchers really crave when they go to a movie, something different. And, hopefully it's only a matter of time.
And I won't sound pretentious, but every year I look forward to the Neon box set that they send me. Like, it's just when I know it's coming in the mail, I get so excited. but they market it so well because there's years for it. So like this is year 5. And so, like, I have years 3, 4, and 5, and whenever it shows up, it's like Christmas for me.
That's amazing.
But like, I think they know what they know like, I think they're really learning their product. They know what they have, and I mean, their success rate is amazing. And one quick thing for you. So when you watch, like, this is random, but when you watch Pig, which was released by Neon this year, and you see Nick Cage's performance, you seem very like pragmatic when it comes to the Oscars. Like, I feel like you understand the voting. We were talking about Simon Rex. Like, he's not going to get nominated for
not going to happen.
But when you watch Pig and you see Nicolas Cage's performance, how do you not put him in the top tier? Did not many people does that, like, he should be up for Best Actor, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, how does that not happen?
Yeah, I mean, the thing I think with that is, I think there was 4 locks this year, if we're talking Oscars, like, and it's like those 4 were going in, Denzel, Will Smith, Benedict Cumberbatch, Andrew Garfield. So it's like the 5th was up for grabs, and like Nick Cage deserved it, but also like there was a Simon Rex, there's Bradley Cooper, Leo, like, Hollywood darlings like that. And I think it would have been like, the Oscars like hates fun. And they just want like these people, you know what I mean? Like, they want this formulaic like approach of like being predictable, and like Javier Bardem, who was in a biopic that wasn't good, but is a former Oscar winner. And it's just like, of course you like, but like, I think they could do so much favors for themselves, like putting someone like a Simon Rex in. Like, you want a younger crowd, like give the Green Knight a Best Picture. You know what I mean? Give Simon Rex a Best Actor that he deserves. And the 5th spot, like, make it fun, So, yeah, I think they just have a very, like, formulaic, like, predictable approach. Like, when you watch a movie, like, I love that, but, like, it's not going to get an Oscar.
No,
it's not going to get nominated for an Oscar. They're not going to look at it at all. But, yeah, I mean, Cage was a weird one because I think – Cage's looked like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like ironically good, I think, to some people for one thing. But the guy has an Oscar, and he goes out and he does this role away from what everyone expects from him. And the role at the end of the day did have deeper themes and feelings. And it did feel to me like prestigious in a way, which that's the big word I use for the Oscars. Like, oh, it wasn't prestige enough. Like Barb and Star, isn't prestige enough. Or Red Rocket is about a sex work. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, the Pig did have that, especially his role, just the quiet, like emotion, like the themes behind his character and the movie. Maybe because it was like a first time director or something, and there wasn't a ton of big names behind it. Because I think all that stuff comes into play with the Oscars as well. Like, like I really feel with the technical awards, not that the actor's a technical award, but they like have this bag of Oscar Best Pictures, and they just pluck out the like sound editing, production design, whatever. Like, I think there should be like specialists in those fields. Like, do you think these people really know like the best technical sound? And like the cinematography, for instance, like the cinematography and production got the same exact nominees. So it's like, are you picking like technical cinematography, like we were talking about with Claire Mathon and the tracking dolly shots and all that? Or you just like, oh, that movie looked really good, so the cinematography must be good. I feel like there's no way like the same person picking actor and Best Picture know like technical elements of sound. So they need to have sound people, production people, cinematography, like scour like the best of that. Like, cause like Lamb had amazing sound.
Oh yeah.
But
wow.
Like that didn't get thrown in anywhere. And I think there's a lot of movies, but they're like, you know what? Belfast needs one. So let's give it this. Oh, you know what? Don't Look Up should get one, right? So I think they just kind of fill those technical elements, and then they cut them from the damn show. It's like,
no, absolutely. And two, like, I guess, maybe A24, they don't have the budget too, because you should see what Netflix sends out. Like, and like Warner Brothers, they probably just bomb people with swag. Yeah. And then just anyone can watch a Netflix movie at home. You got to go to the theater to go watch Titane. Like, you have to go. So
if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky. Yeah. And just imagine a world where the director of Titane gets a Best Director nomination. I would run around my house.
Yeah. Well, Cannes is there for us.
Yeah, that's right. And the Independent Spirit Awards. They got some legit. Like The Novice, that got nominated for Best Picture, and Isabel Fuhrman got nominated for Best Actress. So that makes me happy. That's pretty cool. Hey, so
yeah. I think they could do a good job at mixing it up, man. Just throw in an unpredictable one that people are gonna love. It's kind of cool this year, like they did like a best fan thing they're doing or something.
Johnny Depp movie's #1 right now. People are trying to kind of bomb the Johnny Depp did a movie and it's #1 in the voting right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're trying to get a weird movie to win it. So I think they wanted Spider-Man No Way Home to do it.
That's what I think they made the award for Spider-Man No Way Home.
Imagine if they just chucked in Spider-Man No Way Home and Kanto, one of those movies, people would be pretty chill about everything overall.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think Spider-Man No Way Home deserves a Best Picture nomination, but that's just me.
Nah.
It's cool, but
yeah,
I don't know. And
Prestige, there is a lot I think that didn't deserve it, but we could do an Oscar episode also.
Yeah, do predictions. Yeah, for sure. I know I'm on a tangent, but
I love it.
The one thing about Pig, I just talked about how Nicolas Cage was the best, but that's not even in my top 5 Neon films. Now, I guess we're doing top 5, but we're doing our favorite, right? Not the best.
Yeah, favorite.
Yeah.
Favorite's the only way.
Yeah, because there's no way to be subjective or objective about what is the best? There really is no best. So
it's weird because at the end of the day, the best is subjective.
Exactly.
How else do you pick it? You don't say, you know what, I think they would think that would be the best. You pick what you think is the best. Therefore, so it's kind of a weird, that one could go deep too, but you know what I mean? It's just how else do you pick?
Yeah.
That's just how it is. There is those albums and movies that hey, that wasn't for me, but it was obviously I didn't relate to it or feel it like I wanted to, but you could tell that was a master class or whatever. So there is those. At the end of the day, it has to be a mix of something you enjoyed, related to, and you're asking an individual. It has to be subjective. So favorites for sure.
All right, you want to hear my number 5?
Are we going 5, 5, 4, 4?
Yeah, sound good?
That's beautiful.
All right, this is my number 5, and it's you won't be able to see this, but I can show you. It's Wild Rose, starring Jessie Buckley, Academy Award nominated Jessie Buckley. I have the Pretentious vinyl in my hands because my wife and I love. This hit #1 on the UK country charts.
Wow.
So and then Buckley's a singer, so she can but the reason I included this, right? Because my wife watched this on a flight because she used to travel a decent bit for work, and she had watched it about 3 times, and she's like, "Mark, you have to watch Wild Rose. You just have to do it." And I remember watching it, and Jessie Buckley is so alive in Wild Rose. I can't I remember watching it and going, she's gonna win an Oscar soon, and she's up for it now, which is so cool. I'm so happy that she's up for The Lost Daughter.
Surprise there too.
Yeah, no one saw that nomination. And I just think she's spectacular. But in this movie, she's just so alive, and just hearing her sing and hearing her. It's hard to explain. It's just one of those performances that you watch and you just remember. I was watching West Side Story this year, and Ariana DeBose, I believe her name is. I was watching. I'm like, she's gonna win an Oscar. She's just alive in this movie.
She's winning everything.
Yeah, she's absolutely alive. And watching Wild Rose and seeing Jessie Buckley, I've just been a huge fan of hers since then. And it's just been on my mind. We have the soundtrack. I love, whenever I'm hear about Jessie Buckley, I'm like, oh, Wild Rose is Jessie Buckley. That's how I talk about her. So that's my number 5. Just because of all the Neon movies I've watched, her performance, because I didn't know who she was, and I was just gobsmacked with how, I keep saying this word, but I'm gonna keep saying it. So vibrant and alive. And this wasn't a character, what's interesting too about her character? She's infinitely talented, but she's still kind of a screw up, but she's not a massive screw up. There's no scenes in this movie where, she shows up plastered and then she does this or that. She's just super talented. She knows she's talented. She knows she wants to get there, but she doesn't have the means, and it's just her figuring it out. And it's pretty stressful, and I think it leads to a beautiful ending. And then you have Sophie, I wrote down, what's her last name? Sophie Okonedo. She's an Oscar nominee. And then you have Julie Walters, who's an Oscar nominee. You surround her with excellent actors. And that's just, oh man, it's beautiful. I love it. That's my number 5.
Yeah. I wish I could riff off that. I haven't seen Wild Rose. It's on my list of I made a movies I need to see from Neon, and or most want to see. That's on there. Funny enough, I almost watched it on a plane because if I'm not mistaken, it's a short movie. Mm-hmm. Maybe an hour 25 or 30, that nice little sweet spot. So I was on a plane and I remember like, oh, I can fit that one in. And I went with something else, or maybe I didn't finish because I timed it wrong because it was my second movie, something like that. Haven't seen it. Fan of Jessie Buckley. It was cool to see her get nominated as well for supporting. I thought it was really cool. I do feel she kicked out like a better Ruth Negga maybe. But
yeah.
You know, I mean, that was a stunner for me, but it was like cool to see her because from the stuff she's done, the work she's done, like all that leads into being a great actress, I think, as well. But yeah, I haven't seen Wild Rose, so I'm gonna throw that on my list, especially since it's your number 5. Try to get to it maybe next month, since February's over. So maybe March is Wild Rose month. Maybe I just go through all the Neon since we're doing this. My number 5 is this year, 2021, Titane.
Oh man.
When we're talking about, you know, the studio taking on the more fringe, weirder movies that somebody want, like talk about the weirdest movie you maybe ever seen, but it's not off the rails weird, like it really comes together, like the characters and the themes really come together at the end. So like when you're first watching it and you hear about like, oh, a girl fucked a car or whatever, like you just think it's just this like gratuitous bizarreness for no reason, but it's so like just heartfelt and quiet and intimate at the same time. Like I think that's probably my favorite female performance of the year as well, from August Roselle, first time actress.
So good.
As well. And I just loved her performance. The like physicality of it just was everything to me, the look in general. So yeah, that's my number 5, and I think that starts off like a good description of like what Neon does, like, you know what I mean? And then it can kind of get a little more focused from there, but like this is a weird movie, this is a Neon movie, this is something that like if you want to get into other movies in the studio, that maybe you can watch it because it's different. And like we just said, like that's what you want to see, right?
And I don't want to spoil anything about it, but I do love there's a relationship that forms in this movie.
Yes.
That is so unexpected and so odd, right? It's so
just, odd.
Yeah, but it's really great though. It's
beautiful and odd, and it's like, yeah, it's just challenging, and you can tell these are just people that are challenged to build these relationships. So maybe they're the only other one that can find that, you know, like when there's literally like someone like this person's so weird, but someone's going to love them. There's someone for him. There's someone for her. Like these are like the only 2 people in the world, but like they're on different pages as well. The relationship's not this and it's not that. It's like something completely different, like almost as unique as them in a way. I also got a shout out. I just did like a 9 movies on Amazon Prime, and there's a documentary called The Imposter I put on there.
Yeah, yes.
And the writer director, Julia Ducournau, the dark fucking queen of my life,
that and Raw.
She has said in an interview that Titane was highly inspired by The Imposter, and she's a big fan.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's a big fan. She even uses music from The Imposter in a few scenes in Titane.
Oh wow! You know what?
I think the first song that plays is maybe something from The Imposter, like the ending track of The Imposter.
It's wild you say that now because I can see it. That's cool. Oh yeah, she's the best. Raw too. I love Raw.
Yeah,
that's another good movie right there.
Yes. You know what I love about her? She is just like this beautiful blonde French lady. And like, if you look at her, she is just this like elegant queen, but then she just makes like the sickest fucking movies ever. And like, I love that, you know, like duality of people. Like if you look at her, you're like, oh my gosh, she probably like wears this and is like highbrow everything. But it's just like, she's like the sickest fuck alive. It's great.
Yeah. To come on to make Titane, but there's still heart there. Like, yeah, it's not. Sorry, like,
that's why it's beautiful that it comes together and it's not just dark and weird. It's like, no, like it comes together with that like heart and relationship.
So I think this is kind of a perfect segue. My number 4 is Coralie Fargeau. I YouTubed her name earlier because I hate butchering names. So Coralie Fargeau, she did Revenge in 2017, and I don't know if you've watched this movie, but it's like absolutely beautiful. I mean, for lack of a better word, they call it like a rape revenge thriller, but it's, directed by a woman. It's not the traditional like male gaze film.
Yes.
And I think the performance by Matilda Lutz is fantastic. And it's just this movie where this mistress goes out on a hunting trip and there's three men. Something terrible happens, and then she has to fight these three men. And there's some there's all right. I think everyone should. I don't want to give anything away, but there are some moments that what I love about this movie is it's not subtle about its references. It's not trying to be clever with a lot of things. It's kind of in your face. But she does something with a beer can that has a marking on it that leaves something on her that just
okay.
I don't want to wreck it for you. Are you gonna watch this movie?
I'm writing down your picks that I haven't watched, so I just remember them.
Yeah, so I don't want to give it away, but it's a gorgeously shot movie. So much blood. Zanande Boeta, she's on the MFF podcast. She's doing an article for Cracked right now about French horror films. So we've been back and forth about a lot of French films, and she's just like, I think French films are the bloodiest. Like not like blood geysers like Evil Dead 2 or The Shining, but she's like, when someone gets cut in a French movie, they just explode blood. And so you watch this movie, and it's just blood soaked. I think the director, she also wrote the screenplay. It's just, it kind of has different perspective. It switches, the character doesn't have much dialogue after the 26th minute. It just becomes, you like a movie when somebody steps on a piece of glass and you feel it. Does that make sense? Like when this character, there's a scene where she steps on glass, like I was like, no, like I was with her. I was I was so wanting her to win that when she stepped on that glass, I just like, I don't know. It was very visceral for me watching this movie. It's on Shudder, but yeah, I just absolutely, I just been thinking about it because, maybe after you watch it or if you've watched it, shoot me a message and we can talk about it. But
I need to, yeah.
There's some scenes. I mean, it's a very hardcore movie, but I love it. But it's, there's just some, like, all right. So I love Darjeeling Limited. I'm a Wes Anderson fan.
Okay.
And a lot of people go at him about the scene where the three brothers throw their luggage away and get on the train. Like it's very obvious they're throwing they're putting their luggage behind them, like they're leaving their luggage behind and they're moving forward. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's too obvious of a metaphor." But I love it. I think I don't know. I think there's something so simplistic about it, and I think it's kind of beautiful. This movie has something similar to that people have kind of talked about a little bit, but I adore it. So I'll keep talking around it. I'll stop doing that. But yeah, Revenge is my number 4.
No, I'm gonna put it on the list for sure.
Hey, this is a good thing. This is a good thing that we haven't watched some of these because we'd be talking for like 8 hours. So it's good. This is good.
Yes, the type of movie that you described it to be too is something that seems I would highly enjoy. So looks fun. And the thing is, I go through a lot of these movies. When I looked at the Neon Studio website and I went through them, I was like, oh my god, there's so many of these. Like I'm like, oh, I need to watch that one. I need to watch that one. And then like I never got to it for whatever reason. And I think that's what we talked about with this studio. Like they're not movies that are like in your face marketing. Like when an A24 movie comes out, it's there. It's marketed. This guy's talking about it. This guy's talking about it. These are all ones I remember looking at like, I need to watch that. I need to watch that. And then just like didn't because I never thought of it again, or it was never in the forefront of, there was never a trailer when I watched it, or it wasn't promoted on, Amazon or Hulu or anything. So a lot of these movies are, I feel like that, when I looked at them, I was like, dude, I know all these movies, but like, I never thought of them again because once again, we talked about the marketing earlier, and sometimes that's what it is, the art's there, but business is business, which is crazy.
It's not on coffee mugs or anything, A24.
Exactly. My 4th is going to be a movie that I think kind of spawned this podcast for us a little bit. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. That's going to be my 4th. And speaking objectively, subjectively, like this, you can't argue is probably like the best movie. Like when you watch this movie, like, holy shit, like this is what classy ass people watch when they tell you they're watching a French movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like when you're a kid and you hear someone say like they watched a French movie, like this is that movie. Like it's incredible. It's spectacular on every level of like filmmaking. So it's definitely, like I just said, like it's probably the best. It is my 4th favorite. because I like 3 more better, but I just posted this because it's on Hulu and I gave it a recommendation. And, we started talking about it because no one had watched it. And with This or Silence, and it was kind of like, it is one of those movies that, like, sometimes the best movies are challenging in that way. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just throw it on and you're just like sensory overload right away. Like, it builds, it's slow, it has these themes and this depth and richness that, some audience just don't have the time for, actually. But when you watch it, like, you're rewarded tenfold. And this movie, especially, when it ends, and just a nice crusher. Once again, where you're talking about the female gaze, I don't think there's a male in like the whole movie shown on camera. It's totally that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a beautiful movie. And like, I love, the female perspective in general, like my music, my movies. Like, actually, when I look at my top 4, I'm going to kind of give away the next 3, but they're all female led movies.
Neon has a strong docket.
So are your 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's see if we keep the streak, because all 5 of mine are female-led movies.
Oh wow.
But this one is the ultimate. I mean, it's like I just said, everything about it. It's beautiful. Like I said, I don't think there's a male in it in general. It's beautiful. It crushes you. It's technical filmmaking at its best, but it still gets kind of like weird at times. Like the fire scene comes to mind. They play this really like freaky music where I'm just like, what's that track? Like, I'm like searching for it. And, but at the end of the day, yes, it'll crush you and it'll just leave you like I love the movie experience where you have to like, oh my God, like what, other meanings and stuff. And you have to kind of keep digging for the depth and the richness behind it. So France really messed up not making this their
what was it, Les Mis?
They use like the Les Mis or Les Miserables, not the musical, but they use another movie instead of Portrait of a Lady on Fire as their Oscar entry, which I think was crazy. But Parasite was that year anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would have made a difference, but they could have got a nomination for sure.
Yeah, like woulda, coulda, shoulda, but it shoulda. And this is like a bit of hyperbole, but you could pause this movie at any time and just Claire's framing of this film. I mean, exactly. It's beautiful. I love the shot when they're in the field, kind of picking, and one stands up and the other doesn't. What a beautiful shot! And I think one of my favorite moments is when Eloise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when she sees what the painting of her, and she doesn't like it, and she just sort of looks at it and doesn't say anything. Like, her reaction to the first painting that she sees by Marianne.
Yes.
And she's disappointed with it, but she doesn't say it, but you can feel it. And it's just one of those movies where it's just so expressive, and it's I know some people have made fun of it with the longing looks, and it's like a period lesbian film. A lot of people make fun of those, like Ammonite and like those kind of movies, which I think it's unfair, because it seems very I don't know, archaic to do that, but they probably haven't seen this movie. But just the looks and the framing and good running in it, she always wanted to run, so that's cool.
You always love a run scene.
So you're gonna like my third, because it's Colossal, Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
She's the star of it. It's like I was reading a review for this, and it's an alcoholism drama, it's a dark comedy, and it's a monster movie. And
I love that.
And like, I think also too, it features the best Jason Sudeikis performance I've ever seen.
Okay.
I think I love him as Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
But like, this performance isn't the smarmy, for lack of a better word, smarmy, sarcastic Jason Sudeikis. This has some menace to it. It has some loneliness, some sadness, some anger. It's just a really layered performance. And what I like about Colossal, I've never seen most of the stuff in this movie. I can't, like, I didn't know how it was going to build. I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know what was coming next. I didn't know what, when, where, why, how. And I mean, I'm a huge, if I had to pick one genre of movies, like if they're like, Mark, you go into a desert island, you can pick one genre of movies. I'd be like, I was like, well, how do I have a DVD player there? But never mind. I would take, like monster movies or like creature features. I'm obsessed with them. And so you have this drama, the alcoholism drama monster movie and a dark comedy. But I think it works. Like I think it really explores it explores like what happens after bars close really believably. Just how like you stay afterwards and you just drink till 7. Like I think it explains that life really well. But then there's also monsters in it. And the monster attacks Korea. I lived in Korea for a year, so like anything Korean I adore. So and it also got me started with Neon. So I had to put it on my list, and I think about it a lot. And for me, like my top lists are always the movies that just stay in my brain because we watch so many movies, Joe. Like I forget so quickly.
Oh,
like,
dude, I forget. Yeah. Like it's hard because one affects you, then you're like, oh, well, I've seen it, but like I couldn't really tell you my complete, blossom thoughts on it unless I like watched it again right now. Because you just forget. But this, dude. I love this because we're 3 for 3 on movies I haven't seen.
Hey, nice.
So I love Anne Hathaway and what you're saying about it. Like I don't seek out monster movies. My style is so character driven that I don't seek out like anything. Like basically, if a movie has special effects, like I don't really watch it. Like there's few like I'm trying to think of a movie that like has special effects that like I love, and like Ex Machina. Like I love that movie. And there's probably a few others, but like I'm just like very like character, like doesn't even have to be like a crazy plot, anything. So I don't seek this out. But when I do watch something like a monster movie or something a little like out there, like I want it to be a little more fun and kind of a spectacle and blend genres like you talked about. So this actually does kind of sound up my alley. Like I watched it before. I love Anne Hathaway. This is another movie. I was like, holy shit, that looks interesting. And then I'm like, where did it go?
Yeah.
Like I never thought about it again until we did this Neon episode and I looked on the Neon website about it. The way you're describing in the beginning, like another thing I love about movies is when you can't necessarily describe what genre they're in. And that sounded like you were at first. You're kind of like, well, it's this, but it's also like kind of a little bit of this. And it's like, you should like, it should have everything, like Riders of Justice. Like, what's that? Man, like, there's a ton of things. Like, but like this is like, yes, it is a monster movie, but it gives you probably some other things from what it seems like. And I think those are kind of the best movies to me. Like, Reese's Pieces, chocolate, but also peanut butter.
It's funny. I couldn't find the movie really anywhere, so I went and rented it at a Redbox, and I forgot to return it. So I think I paid $30 for Colossal, but it was worth it. Oh, shit. So now I own the movie Colossal on my I forgot to return the Redbox.
That's big. And I love Anne Hathaway. She hasn't done much lately, huh? She's doing a show with Jared Leto.
Yeah.
I
saw the picture of him and I was like, ugh. But this is good, right? We wanted to do this episode to introduce people to new movies, and you haven't seen three of the ones. And so this is awesome.
Dude, 3 for 3, dude.
Yeah, I like it.
This is great. We're going for my number 3. That is going to be The Worst Person in the World.
Oh man.
That's a 2021 movie. Just one that stuck with me. I think one of the best acting performances of the year, and also supporting actor, as well. What can I say? I mean, just, not to ruin too much. It's something that any of us have gone through, just growing up in life and really trying to find our way. And sometimes it takes being selfish, and things that you might not be proud of to do it, but that's just how it is. Like I said, the acting performance was just like intoxicating. They still take some interesting risks, when they're filming, like the coffee, scene and all that kind of stuff. So it still gives you that. But man, this is just a movie that stuck with me. Like if you like a Lady Bird, it's almost like a more adult version without like the mom relationship. Like the character just kind of reminded me in a way of Lady Bird in that realm, which that's like my favorite movie of like the decade. So the characters, it like reminded me of an older version of her. Yeah, this was one of the movies that I couldn't wait to see, just hearing it. And then it's so beautiful when you watch one and like it's everything that people said it was, and it's everything you thought it would be, and it really delivers. Because sometimes that can go bad. Like you have so much expectations and then you're just kind of like waiting for it to be good. Like this was just my on my wave, like right off the bat.
It's just so good, and it's interesting you said that. Once again, Zanandi, she was on the podcast. She had so much hype, and she really wasn't a fan of it the first time she watched it. But then she kept messaging me about how much she remembered about it, and she's like, "Actually, I do love this movie." And just they traded the Lady Bird's mom for a really bad dad. Oh, geez, Louise, this guy. But I like, man, that dad is. Why don't you come visit your daughter? Why don't you, I'll pick you up. Parking. Oh, what a. Ugh. And also, Anders Danielson Lee. Man, between this and Bergman Island and his monologue about owning practical items, and that floored me. It floored me. Yeah. And this the freezing scene, the party scene where they're like, how close can we get? It just felt alive and it felt mature.
Yes.
We don't get much of that. We don't. I know it's very easy to say European films are different, but we just don't get much of these kind of films. And it didn't feel judgy. It didn't. No, I just dug it. It was, and like you said, it lived up to the hype.
Yeah. And another thing, again, that we'll talk about as far as like the female perspective, I like that this worst person in the world that was doing this and doing that, things you could judge, like you said, like it didn't feel judgy, like things you could judge were done by her. And it showed that, like, I don't know, like I feel like it's usually like the males are only allowed to make bad decisions. Mm-hmm. Like The Lost Daughter comes to mind. You know what I mean? Like they don't show motherhood and like females in that perspective. Like they have to be this, they have to be that. If they're going to be on screen and you're going to relate to them, they have to be like a perfect this and that. But like that one and this one both made it like no, like girls can fucking be selfish and like fuck up and do what they want to. It doesn't revolve around what a guy's gonna feel, and they're not gonna revolve their life around that like everyone kind of thinks they should. So I love that the lead was a female character also. So like I said, all my my top 5 are all female leads, just like my music.
I'm gonna wreck it here. Oh wait, Casey Musgraves has an appearance in Wild Rose.
Ooh.
So I figured I forgot to tell you that, but yeah, okay. I think, I'm gonna wreck it here. But this movie has haunted me. My number 2, it's kind of haunted me. So Harmony Korine, his movie Spring Breakers and his movie The Beach Bum, which is my number 2, I feel like they have just a permanent residence in my brain because I grew up like in Hudson, Florida. I live in Atlanta now, but I grew up like Hudson, Florida. I went to Hudson Elementary, Hudson Middle, Hudson High. I grew up like in the country of Florida. Then I moved to St. Pete where Spring Breakers takes place. And I had some late nights in Tampa, like I used to think that like Tampa was crazy, but then my buddy's like, man, Mark, it sounds like you're invading Tampa when you go there. Like, it's not like Tampa's fault. Like, it sounds like it's you. Then that made a lot of sense to me. But, like the way that he films Florida. Now, obviously I've never hung out with like a drug dealing James Franco and went on a gunfight and did all that. Or like, I've never been a beach bummer on the Keys.
Unfortunately, we haven't. Yeah.
I had a knife fight with a bunch of drug dealers, but not a gunfight. But yeah, so just the Keys and the way they show Florida. And what I like too is, the Beach Bum shows the opulence of Florida, but it also shows the back roads, the seedy places, the seedy bars. And what I like about Harmony Korine, where like we were talking about this when you were talking about our best performances, like Sean Baker, he does a great job. Like he'll put in a Willem Dafoe into a movie, but it's mostly really homegrown, realistic performances, or like a Simon Rex. What I like what Harmony does is he gets Matthew McConaughey, Snoop Dogg, Isla Fisher. Martin Lawrence gets his foot bit off by a shark in this movie. Like that's one of my favorite things that's happened this past decade. But McConaughey too. Just this movie, like I don't know. It's just he keeps moving forward. He lives in the now. Like I'm gonna shave my beard to look like Zac Efron's. He did that. So Harmony saw Panini and he was like, I'm gonna have someone do their facial hair like that, and that's why Zac Efron looks like he does in that movie. But I haven't been able to forget it. It's just an interesting hangout picture. It's kind of positive, but it's kind of nihilistic. And you just get Buffett and Snoop on a yacht singing music together. You get Matthew McConaughey with a kitten. I have 2 cats. That makes me happy. He's playing bongos with a python crawling over. It's
just like you imagine Matthew McConaughey actually, which is funny.
He just got a camera out and filmed him. But just I don't know why. I know I wrecked our run here. But
no,
I don't know. I just haven't been able. I feel like this movie. I understand why it has a low score. It's like 5.5 on IMDb, 57% Rotten Tomatoes, and it has a 55 on Metacritic. I get it.
Yeah.
But
it's not for everybody.
It connected with me, and it's different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I could say more about it, but for some reason his movies just, I like him so much more. He was a protege of Larry Clark, and I think his movies like Kids and Bully are just like, they kind of represent. I still can't shake them. I feel like they're quite. I watched Kids when I was like 13. I never should have done that. And then Bully, I can't. Nick Stahl's performance in Bully, won't leave me, and I feel like he's kind of reprehensible. His behavior and everything he's been accused of, but Harmony's been able to go take that style, the natural style, and make it more mainstream and not gross and not exploitative. And that's why Beach Bum's number 2 for me.
Yeah. It's funny you kind of compared it to Sean Baker, and it is that way of like taking these little niche communities, groups, and everything, and making them more fun, exaggerating them, but making it still feel like lived in a way. Like it didn't seem too far out from what you would see in a Tampa or something, on the outskirts of Tampa. And this is one. You broke that streak, but it's fine because, well, I guess we broke another streak because I actually have watched this one. The Beach Bum, loved all the things you said about it. But yeah, that's what I said is like, you made amazing comparisons, and it's one of your favorite movies. So I couldn't, you said it a lot better than I could. But yeah, I see all those comparisons you're thinking about, and then just like kind of elevating them, for a wider audience, but not in a way like, oh, let's make this more like a crowd pleaser for everybody. Like they're still like have a bizarreness and challengingness to them, like we talked about with the audience, not just like, hey, let's take kids and make it like for everybody, like
PG-13.
It's still not for everybody, which is great. It's still original and like something you haven't seen before. And I mean, it makes sense that everyone doesn't love it, but yeah, I think it's a great movie. One of the ones I have seen as well.
It's 90 minutes. That's it. It's just a 90-minute picture. It's sorry to interrupt. It just blows my mind, and it feels longer than 90 minutes, but it's not, because it's like the Odyssey with Moondog going around experiencing different things. But
legend.
Yeah, I adore it. So yeah, I wrecked the streak, but hey, unexpected.
Incredible in it as well. Well, funny enough, we talked about number 2 already at the beginning of the show, which is Spencer. So I know I'm very 2021, 2019 and on. It is a new studio. I think it started in 2017. So as I'm getting around to it, Spencer, which we talked about at the beginning. I guess I kind of said everything I needed to about that, but that's my second favorite. And I said it was my favorite movie of this year. So, and it's my second Neon. So I have a one that I like really adore.
Oh man.
But
I don't know what it's going to be. What's interesting about, I'll jump on my number 1, but we've already talked about that too. But for me, Spencer, I was transfixed watching it, but I just haven't thought about it much after leaving the theater. So that's why I didn't make my top 10, because I guess if I had to do best, I'd put it on there. But I don't even know what best means.
Yeah.
That would be I'd be a wreck if I had to do that. But I just haven't thought about it much. So I think that's why it didn't make my top 5. But it's a beautiful movie. It's magnetic. I would be happy if it was nominated in all the categories. I really would.
Yeah. I think it deserved a few more. I mean, I think it deserved picture, cinematography, and score along with it. With the Best Actress nomination, it only got 1. But it's funny you actually say that, because I watched it once. Like, I haven't like craved watching it again. I haven't been like, I have to watch that again. I can't wait to watch that again, like some movies. But like, I just like loved that experience and what it was. But funny enough with Spencer is it's not a movie when, with us, a lot of people ask us for movie recommendations. I'm sure your friends. And I really hold off on recommending Spencer to people.
Yeah, same.
Because I'm just kind of like, that's like, you're not going to enjoy that. Like you just might not enjoy that. You know what I mean? I did, once again, for all the reasons I said at the beginning of the episode. And like I said, I think it just really like cast a spell on me. And then I don't see it getting any Oscar noms or number 1 on anyone else. So I'm like, that's mine then. You know what I mean? I have to be, different. But it was there for a while. And I just like thought so many times, like, I'm going to move it. And I'm like something in me, I'm like, I can't I can't. Spencer's number one.
You're taking long walks on beaches and you're like punch dancing like Kevin Bacon in Footloose. You're just thinking,
yeah.
That's
why it's interesting you say it didn't stick with you because, like I said, I'm not like rushing to watch it again, and I'm not rushing to actually recommend it to anyone either. But that's my second favorite Neon, favorite of 2021. Beautiful movie. Go Kristen Stewart.
Oh yeah, she's so good in that movie. All right,
I really hope she wins too. It'd be really cool.
Oh man, who's gonna win? Who's? Oh, it's gonna be Olivia Colman. People love her. She's the odds favorite right now.
Oh really? I thought Kidman might be.
Oh no, being the Ricardos.
That movie was awful.
Man, Sorkin Sorkin has something on someone.
Yeah, he does. He definitely has something on somebody because I don't know how that got there. But like Kidman too, I love Kidman. I think she's the greatest. But with loving someone, it's also being honest with them. And like she was terrible in 9 Perfect Strangers.
Oh, that movie went down. You liked it at first, right?
The show, 9 Perfect Strangers.
Did you like it at first?
At first, I was just kind of like, this isn't good. I hope it gets better. And then it got worse.
They wasted Sam Weaving in that show, man. I don't know why she was in that show because I love her in Ready or Not.
Yeah, and the cast was incredible. And like they made them all look like bad actors. Like it was really, I don't know what it was about it. But yeah, being the Ricardo, same thing. Like it was just so, once again, by the book, formulaic that like J.K. Simmons, Bardem, and Nicole would all get nominated for acting performances. It's like, I love J.K. Simmons, but like he was just like one noted, same exact thing pretty much came out of his mouth every time he talked. The movie was just forgettable besides for like being bad. And she looked like Lucy, I guess had a good voice, but I don't think the script like gave her anything to really act off of as a best performance.
Yeah, J.K. said, I'm grumpy, but I kind of have a heart of gold here. Let's go to the bar. You know? And then, but I occasionally have glimpses of niceness. Yeah, but then I'm grumpy again. Like that, and then Oscar nominated.
Yeah. How's that better than Anders and Worst Person in the World, or even like Vincent Linden and Titane?
Jeez Louise. Oh man. Yeah. I don't think I could ever begrudge. Like it wasn't up to him for winning it, but I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
It's just I don't know. But yeah, so I guess my number one. Actually, I want to do something. My wife sent me her number. She's been watching all these with me too, and so perfect. She watches a ton of movies. So she sent me her top 5 as well. So I wanted to read them out. Yeah. Megan joins me on this show a lot. So
yeah. Well, the episode I listened to of you guys was the 2021 kind of wrap up. And you guys crushed it together. I loved it.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah, I feel like me and her had very similar tastes as well.
Yeah, we'll get you back and we'll get her on and we'll do another rep. So she sent me a list. It was Petite Maman, Little Mom, number 5. She had 6 movies, but it's she said there's only 5 numbers, so it counts. Then number 4 is Apollo 11 and The Biggest Little Farm. Number 3 is Pig. Number 2 is Wild Rose, and the number 1, which is my number 1, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Yeah, Celine Sciamma is 5 and 1 on her list.
Yeah,
here.
two, yeah.
And Apollo 11, you know what's crazy? I bought Apollo 11. I watched Apollo 11, and it floored me. It floored me when I watched it. I was like, this is beautiful. Bought the Blu-ray, but I just haven't thought about it since. So I feel like I don't know why I didn't put it on my top 5. I just haven't thought about it. Like, but Portrait of a Lady, it's always there. I have the Criterion. Like, I bought the Criterion.
It's incredible.
You know, even Spencer brought up old feelings of Portrait of a Lady on Fire because of Claire.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. And I love everything that, like, and even Little Mom or Petite Maman, like, that made me think about Portrait of a Lady on Fire. It's just on my mind. And like you said, like, it's that movie that the prestige film, it might be the best film on the list, whatever that means. But yeah, it's just so live and it's so just, like, you watch the shots and you're just saying, wow. I kept saying wow while watching it. Yeah. And I wrote a review for it, and I immediately went and researched the cameras that they used and how they did it and how they shot. And the artist, she would work 16 hours a day. The artist who did all the paintings, it's her hand doing all the painting in the movie. And so just the amount of art that was made to create it. Also, Valerie Garlino's in it, and she's from Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2, and I love those movies. So anytime she pops up, I'm cool with. But yeah, that's my number 1, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. And so,
heck yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. And like I said, that was one that I think sprung this because I talked about it and how no one had watched it, and I recommended it since it's on Hulu for free. And we're like, man, we need to talk about that. And I was like, dude, I feel you threw it out there like twice. I should do an episode. I was like, I'm here.
Nice.
So that's how this happened. Dude, I'm glad your wife put in Biggest Little Farm.
Yeah.
I'm really glad because that is kind of a segue into my number one.
Ooh.
In a way, which here's the connection. Neon has amazing documentaries, right?
Oh, I know what you're doing. I'm not gonna say it. I think I know.
We have yeah. We have amazing documentaries. And what I want to say, this is a very niche category, but Neon has the holy trinity of farm documentaries.
Yes.
Like farm documentaries is a thing, and they have the 3 best farm documentaries I've ever seen. Actually, probably the only 3 farm documentaries I've ever seen. Biggest Little Farm being one, which is amazing.
Amazing.
I love Biggest Little Farm. Like I love when it started that I was like, oh my God, we should build a farm. This is amazing. You get little pigs. And then by like 20 minutes in, I was like, holy shit, this is a nightmare. This is crazy. But the way they show nature is a force, but also like, it was amazing. I tell everyone to watch it. If I had kids, I would show them that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want a kid so I can show him Biggest Little Farm. Like it's beautiful. He probably has to be a little older because there is some, the terrors of life in it, of nature as well in it.
But, so many roosters die.
Yes, but if we're talking like the most fire farm docs I've ever seen, the second one is Gunda, which is
beautiful.
It's a silent documentary that really just follows a pig as the main character, and it's just this quiet, still, beautiful, just follows this pig in a character. The pig can't talk, but like it's the pig the whole time, what they're doing, the babies, how they live, and then it ends in a certain way that makes you. But like that's another one that just blew me away, and that's from Neon. That's a farm documentary as well. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, the final those like final 3-4 minutes.
Yeah. When it comes together, but every shot you're just like mesmerized, like looking at it. The black and white is like, sometimes black and white, it's like, of course they made it black and white. Like, why? Like this just looks like it's perfect. I was just mesmerized the whole time watching this. Paul Thomas Anderson loves it.
Pure cinema.
So yeah, but the best to me, and this I guess is a farm doc as well because it's about beekeeping, and that is Honeyland from 2019. And this is about the last female beekeeper in Europe, an old school beekeeper, like farming beekeeper, like walks miles to keep her bee nest intact and feed it and make sure it's this and all on a certain time. And this is a North Macedonian documentary. And this is like to me why documentaries were like made, like because it's like this is one where I'm watching when it's like real life is stranger than any fiction I could see. It's more beautiful than any fiction. Like you couldn't make this character. It's the main character. She's a female beekeeper. And you couldn't make this character if you tried. Only real life and years, and experience could make this character and her mom and the people in it, like the scenics, like only nature can do that. Only real life can do that. Sometimes when I'm watching, I just can't believe like I'm on the same planet and like we live in the same planet. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, I'm here like watching you on like a nice TV, like on a couch with my cell phone. And like, how are you like on this planet?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's otherworldly. And it was just one of those things that like just opened up my wonderment, but it's like fun and it's so charming. And she still just lives like a normal life. Like she, in her mind is just, that's all she knows. She's a normal person. She wants to be beautiful. She wants a husband. She wants, to go to the local village party and find it. Like, it's amazing. And it has like it like builds a narrative, I feel, as well as a documentary. It is a documentary that was nominated for Best Documentary Feature in 2000 for the 2019, 2020 Oscars. It was nominated for documentary feature, but also international feature.
Oh.
So that's always big to me when like you never see documentaries compete with, like live action scripted movies. And so it competed with that. It lost to Parasite, obviously, and it lost documentary to Factory one.
Oh yeah.
Which I didn't think was great. I think Apollo 11 was that year too, but American Factory, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's what it was, right? American Factory?
Yeah. Lost to that one, but it was nominated for both, what I thought was amazing because I haven't seen a doc nominated amongst features like ever. Besides this year with Flea, which got 3 and topped Honeyland, which I'm mad at it at. But yeah, this is just this is one I also recommend to like everybody because I feel like a lot of people haven't watched it. It is a North Macedonian film, but it's quiet and there's scenes where you're just literally watching life take place, much like Gunda. Like it's a perfect mixture of Gunda and Biggest Little Farm as well. Like how Gunda is like silent, like art house, this, and then like Biggest Farm's like fun and vibrant and has like a bit of a narrative. Like this one's like boop, like right in between them. And I just can't recommend it enough. Like I said, I recommend it to freaking everybody, and it's just a wild vision, honestly.
I need to watch it. I'm sold. I don't know how it just got through the cracks. Like exactly like you said with all the other ones. It just sort of slipped through. Man, it's on. I have it. I've seen it.
It's on Hulu.
It just for some reason doesn't connect. It's weird. There's a weird disconnect. So I need to actually because I watched the other documentary, so I need to sit down and watch this thing. That'll be cool.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. So that's always nice that it's on a free streaming service. Yeah, that's the number one. I have another, they have great documentaries. I wanted to talk about how they have like 3 amazing farm documentaries, but I also want to say how good are the movies that start with P that Neon has. Palm Springs, Parasite, Petite Maman, Pig, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, and Possessor.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about that.
Can you think of a better group of movies that start with P, like the Neon? Like, that's insane.
Oh, and they're all different and beautiful.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that was another thing I just kind of like saw, and I was like, why do they have so many good movies that start with P? Like, that's so weird.
That's MFF data right there. I'm glad you brought that to me.
Yeah, well, when I listened to your episode of Weird Awards, I was like, this will fit right in on your show. Yeah. Because it's just it's kind of like a strange little niche, but I was like, why is there so many good P movies? But yeah. So that's another thing that Neon has going for them is P movies, farm documentaries.
Oh man.
And much other.
Palm Springs, that's another good one I don't think about much, but I really like watching.
Yeah, I know people love it. I didn't love it. I haven't thought about it since I watched it. It was just kind of watched it and I was like, all right.
All right, I guess we got to get out of here pretty soon, but I was watching I, Tonya. It's all right.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
the tone's weird because there's dark abuse and murder, but it's not. It didn't work for me.
Yeah,
I get what it was
doing.
Maybe
didn't mix it as easily as they could have. So I feel sometimes the tones need to be like mixed perfectly or just like out of nowhere, and it was just kind of that in between of like, oh well, what are you doing? Margot Robbie and Allison Janney. Both really good. Paul Hauser is another guy I love.
He's the best.
Movie. He's such a good character actor. I love him in everything.
He's always eating really nachos in I, Tonya, and it makes me happy.
Yeah, so that's good. But I'm gonna check out these 3 of yours that I haven't watched, and maybe I think I only had one you hadn't watched because I was brand new to most of this stuff. I mean, I've seen a lot of them from the last few years from Neon. Because that's really when they made the thing, but like a lot of years I haven't seen, and like we talked about, they just haven't marked them as well. I'd like to see Ammonite. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, Saoirse Ronan is my favorite.
She's the
Kate
best.
Winslet. It looks like a good movie as well.
Painter and a Thief. That's a good. I don't know if you've watched that documentary.
Painter and a Thief. I saw. Yeah, Monos. I saw.
Yeah. I mean, I watched The Killing of Two Lovers for this too. That was good.
Yeah,
very. I mean, I liked it. It was good.
Yeah,
but I'm not trying to insult it when I say it's good. It's good. I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I was like, I'm glad I watched it, but like, I don't need to like recommend it or like see it again either.
The aspect ratio threw me off a little bit because like I think you can make a movie be claustrophobic without going 4:3. Like I think you can really find like Spencer does it. and it doesn't have to like have that clipped screen. So, but no, hey, and also I didn't bring up Ultimate Film Club, so people got to go check that out. It's a legit Instagram right there.
Yeah, it's a good Insta. Just trying to throw it out there, have a good time. So my thing is just like I didn't have anyone to talk about movies with because my wife, I just bombard her with like actor and directors like personal lives and like a list of movies I've watched, and she's kind of like, okay, like I have a real job, like I can't just do this. So it was just hard. I'm like, I don't really have anyone to talk about movies with. Like even most of my friends, you know, like aren't into it. So I was like, how do I like, I started Ultimate Film Club to like talk to people about movies. And then, you know, some of my friends from my world, like my career have like joined me, which is great, but I've like made new friends along the way, like you. So appreciate you. Like you're the reason I started this. Cause I was like, I need people to talk movies with. Where are they? And then I started, and then I have it because I actually used to do a ton on my personal Instagram. But for people that are listening and don't know, like I'm actually was a professional fighter for 15 years. So I, you know, have my personal Instagram where people want to see me talk about fights and fighting and training and working out and rising and grinding. Like they already knew that. So I wanted to talk about what I like. And so I would just like do like movie logs. I've been logging movies on my personal Instagram for over a year, like everything I watched every month. And I would talk about it and I'd realize those story counts are pretty low. Yeah. Like the likes on these ones are very low than when I like post, you know, anything else. I didn't care because that's what I watched, but I was also like, all right, well, maybe I'll just make a whole new account for it. Might as well talk about it. So I have a few shows, want to do more. I have an Oscar episode coming out. But mainly, I'm just posting on the account, Ultimate Film Club. So that's it.
And you know what I like too is you're kind of like me, where I mean I'm sure there's movies we dislike, but you're pretty positive about movies. And I think hating on movies is just so easy. You know, people are like this sucks or this, you know, that movie sucks or But you keep it pretty positive, and that's kind of my vibe. Where you know I don't have much free time. I have a bunch of jobs.
You have a kid.
Yeah, exactly. And like you know I'm always busy. So I don't want to spend my time talking about movies I don't enjoy or writing reviews about movie I don't enjoy. So that's why I like your page because it's pretty positive. It's a cool place to go, and it's not like it's a cool place to go. It's not pretentious. It's like friendly. You have a good vibe on movies. So like that's kind of like that matches up with me well because I just like talking about movies. Like I like all of them. So
that's how I feel. Is like I think every movie is a miracle. Like the fact that movies made, I would never be like. You would never tell someone that made a movie and like that's a dream, like, oh, that's not good or that's bad. So I hate even like being a critic of movies. So like, I just want to talk about movies that I like because why would I just be like, oh, that was stupid or that? Because like, I appreciate the art of movies and the effort of making it. So in the way every movie is like a miracle to me. So if I don't like a movie, like it's not for me and I will rate it, whatever, but I'm not going to also rate it and then be like talk about how much it sucked. And like, you know, I never wanted it to be like a critic thing either. Like I want to talk about movies. Sometimes, yes, that does mean critiquing, but like I even feel right now, like me and you didn't critique. Like we literally talked about what we liked about the movies.
Yeah.
And it was easy because, you know, we were talking about movies we like, but that was my thing from the beginning is like, I want to talk about movies. I want to discuss them. And that's why I added another person. I never wanted to just be like, this is my thing. This is my thought on it. And like, it's good and it's bad because I said so. Like, I want to interact with other people that I know that like movies, whether they be fighters, members of media, you know, you, someone I meet that like, you can have different takes and it's not like an end all be all. Like I'm the critic. It's like, no, I want to discuss them with people because that's what I realized I like doing.
And even if I don't enjoy a movie, if I ever talk about it, I like talking with someone who loves it. So on the Movie Sold to Flicks podcast, I've had a couple episodes where people love like a movie called Brightburn. I'm like, let's talk about it because everyone loves it. Like let's like Hereditary. I wanted to talk about it with someone who loves it, and so just to have like not like a negative discussion, but if I don't like something, I like talking to somebody who love it. So then I'm not to argue with them. Just to get their perspective, so then it could be like, okay, maybe my biases, maybe I watched it when I was tired, maybe it didn't connect with me like this, I didn't live that life. So it's more of me exploring why I felt the negative emotion, not this stinks. Does that make sense? Like, so
no, it does. It 100% does. I didn't really like Dune because it's not my type of movie. But I talked to my friend Andre who loved Dune and to some other people that loved Dune, and they gave me perspectives on why I liked them, and I liked it more just talking to them after. I was like, oh, that makes sense. I looked at it in this way, and like you gave me another perspective of why that was like that, like a positive spin on it. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. And now like I'm super happy Dune got like nominated for Best Picture because it's like we were talking earlier, like that's the type of stuff you need to bring into the Oscars. Not necessarily like a Spider-Man Way Home or like a Avengers or something, but like that nice in between. Like if blockbusters are gonna go this route with a good director and these kind of actors and a little more like prestige with them, like let's give them some credit for that also and find that nice balance between like fan friendly and art house, you know? So I found like a really good balance on it, just talking it out with people because at the beginning it wasn't my movie, but I see like, oh, well, that's a great direction. If I don't like this type of movie, I should like Dune because it's going in a different direction from those movies. And it really changed my perspective on it. Now I'm like, it's really cool that it got there and it has second most nominations and that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
it's
cool to have those conversations. Conversations are cool. I don't know.
Exactly. The best.
But yeah, I really appreciate you joining me. This was like, I love neon. So this, like, no one talks to me about neon. So this is pretty cool that we had this conversation. So,
dude, that was great. Dude, sometimes you just got to get some shit off your chest too. And like, you don't have anyone to talk to, you know? That's why I did this. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to stop bothering Megan because she's like working and supporting our family. And if I bother her with movies, then like, you know, we might not have this. So I'm going to go bother other people. And here we are today.
Well, I'm glad you did, man. This was a lot of fun.
Good shit, man. I'll see you on the interwebs.
So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, from Joe B, this is Movies, Films, Flicks. We'll see you next week.